This is a wooden tripod. It wears out with use. The bushings wear out. There's some Teflon bushings that fit up in here that have to be replaced periodically. So if you have a shaky tripod, it means we need to replace the bushings. There's some Teflon bushings in there. Notice it's made out of wood. We have one aluminum tripod in there that's much more stout. It's lightweight. Surveyors don't use aluminum tripods because of out in the sunlight, out in the heat, they shrink and expand. A wooden tripod doesn't. So surveyors use wooden tripods. They might, or some composite, maybe fiberglass. So try to stay away from. Typically, if you see a aluminum tripod, the surveyor is not using it. It's somebody else is using it. All right. So we're ready to set up the instrument. Notice if you're on a slick surface, there's a tripod stand in there. That's just a triangle you lay on the ground, and the tripod feet will fit in the stand. So if you're out on slick concrete, asphalt would probably hold it up, but if you're using a very expensive instrument on top of it, you probably want to have a tripod stand if you're on asphalt. And there should be no reason that anybody's going to set up on asphalt. You typically want to set up either on the sidewalk or in the grass. Get an instrument. This is a level. This is what we call a level. Notice it only rotates. The only thing it does is rotate. It doesn't tilt up and down. You don't take measurements up and down like you would a transit. It just rotates. It has a screw on the bottom, and it should come out of the box, out of storage, with all these thumb screws in the midpoint. There's a yellow line there showing the midpoint, and the thumb screw wheel should be right at the midpoint. So before you set it on the instrument, make sure that all three wheels are on the midpoint so you can go up and down equal amount. And also when you hand it back to me, you hand it back to me to store it with it in the midpoint. See the screw here? You have this device, the screw here. You put it up in there. I might have to switch hands here. Kind of tilt it. Now, you want to make it firm, but not overly firm. You don't want to crank it down so tight you can't get it off, you break something. So it's nice and fit, but not over tight. Now, the parts of a level. The way that you initially aim a level at the rod is using this upper gun sight. Everybody's shot a rifle before or a pistol, and they've used a gun sight. This is the gun sight on top. So just like you're shooting a rifle, you use the gun sight to point toward the person holding the rod. You don't look through the eyepiece, you use the gun sight. Once you have this pointing in the general direction of the rod, then you can look through the eyepiece. When you look through the eyepiece, there's two focus mechanisms. This focus, the field of view. So if what you're looking at is out of focus, you can focus the field of view. You don't see the crosshairs. This is what brings the crosshairs into focus. Crosshairs, field of view. Now once you're close, you line the crosshairs up pretty close to where the rod is. You can see it. You use this to do very fine adjustment. What this does, instead of having to move it back and forth by hand, and real jerky, this is a fine adjust, and it will be very smooth, very fine adjustment left and right. That's what this is. Everyone knows what this wheel's for, this is for, and what the gun sight's for. The only thing left we have is balancing the level. You should be able to balance the level in under 1 minute. In order to do that, there has to be certain steps that you follow. You have to have a procedure that you follow. You cannot simply start coming in here and twisting knobs and hope by chance that you get this thing balanced. It may be balanced in one plane, but as soon as you rotate it, it's not in balance in the other. You could be out there an hour trying to get this thing level.